On the 118th day of the Israel-Palestinian conflict, casualties continue to rise, with 26,751 Palestinians killed and 65,636 injured, including many children. The International Court of Justice (ICJ) has taken action following South Africa's accusation against Israel of genocide in Gaza, adopting 6 provisional measures aimed at ending the ongoing suffering. However, there is condemnation of the International Court of Justice for not explicitly calling for an immediate ceasefire. Palestinian ambassador to Nigeria Abdullahi Shawesh, while addressing newsmen in Abuja, said the United Nations Relief and Work Agency is faced with funding suspension amid accusation against some staff members, leading to concerns about the agency's ability to support the 2 million Palestinians in Gaza.
On the time of the many alerts came from different international agencies warning that the clock is ticking. The famine is real threat, and 2 million Gazans depends on the UNRWA services for their daily sheer survival. Many donor countries announced suspension of its financial assistance to this agency under the Israeli alleged accusation of dozens of its staff was part of the October attack. UNRWA is the United Nations Relief and Work Agency for Palestine refugees. The United Nations General Assembly established UNRWA in 1948 with the mandate to provide humanitarian assistance and protection to the registered Palestinian refugees in the Agency 5 operation area, pending lasting and just solution for their plight. Nearly 75 years later, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians who lost their homes and livelihood in 1948 continue to be displaced and in need of support. Israel and many of its allies waged a war against UNRWA a long time ago, as it is one of the most important international agencies dealing with Palestine refugees since their expulsion from their ancient home, Palestine. The aim was to dismantle it and end its legal mandate as a necessary step to deny the right of Palestinian refugees to return to their homeland, as entrenched in the UNRWA Resolution 194. The recent move came after Israel allegedly accused dozens of UNRWA employees as part of the attack launched against Israel. UNRWA Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini dismissed the claim and launched an internal investigation into the Israeli claim. He also issued an official statement declaring that as of January 27, 9 countries have temporarily suspended their funding to UNRWA in a reaction to allegation against 12 staff members out of 30,001. UNRWA used to share the list of its staff with Israel every year, and they never received any concern on specific members. It would be immensely irresponsible to sanction an agency and an entire community it served because of allegation of a criminal act against some individual, especially at time of war, displacement, and political crisis in the region. When Israel killed 150 innocent UNRWA employees, no one condemned the Israeli terrorist act. The Palestinian government called for all countries that withdraw their funding to review their move and refrain from it. At this exact time, all hands should be in deck, not on the Israeli ruffled treasures. Many countries took less than 12 hours to suspend their financial assistance to the UNRWA for allegedly and under investigation Israeli claim of 12 of the UNRWA staff involving in October 7 attack. These same countries, after 4 months of The running carnage by Israel did not suspend their military assistance or condemn Israeli genocidal act against the innocent Palestinian civilian. This is another practical example of the double standard and hypocrisy. Suspending financial assistance to UNRWA at this exact time poses an existential threat to more than 2 million people in Gaza who are totally dependent on it for their daily survival. It became clear to all the political commentators that this war is not to accomplish the two main declared goals: the total elimination and dismantling of military capabilities of the Palestinian military factions and the return of the hostages to their home. Israel did not accomplish either of these two declared goals. It is a war to save the current Prime Minister office and the other fanatic and messianic minister's office. This means that both the Israeli and Palestinian became scapegoat for Netanyahu to avoid being jailed for the previous 3 cases and other ones he will be accused of after the war.
The conflict's true motive are questions, with some seeing it as a political maneuver to distract from domestic issues in Israel. Dorcas Olariwaju, Voicetv, Nigeria.